Welcome everyone. TheDailyWoo here as the recording of this Thursday, June the 12th, 2025. I'm about to head over to Magic Kingdom, where I will be taking my last spin around the rivers of America. The riverboat, the Liberty Belle, opened a year before I was born. It opened in 1973. Disney World, Magic Kingdom being the only park when it opened in 71. A couple years later, they brought the riverboat. So my entire life, my entire existence, that boat has been going around the rivers of America, around Tom Sawyer Island, past the mansion, what is now Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the area that is now Big Thunder Mountain. Seen some changes over the years. The landscape, and a massive landscape, is coming. This will be the last time I will be going on that riverboat. My first visit to the Disney parks, parents brought me to Florida. We weren't living here at the time. In the late 70s, I was only a few years old. And ever since then, it has been an attraction that I've always gone on. Don't really go to the island as much, but the boat is something almost every time I'm there. You can always find me on the boat going around the rivers. And this is my last day. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Now I'm a few miles from MK, but the temperature over there is pretty close to where it is here in Celebration. 81 degrees. It's 9:22 right now. It feels a lot warmer than that, the humidity. And I'll probably do more than one lap. I'll probably do a couple laps, and this video might be long and drawn out. There might be some really lengthy, organic, no talking shots in this. So expect a longer video. This is my last time, and I kind of want to document the boat experience for posterity. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. Might be some rain later. It's also going to go up 10 degrees. It's 81 now, but it's going to be 90 in a few hours. It's going to get warm. Going to get warm. Now it's on the opposite rail, but you can still kind of see it. That was a monorail. It's a nice little thing to see to make you happy as you're pulling into Magic Kingdom, right, Big the Foot? There's quite a few cars here. I think the park opened at 9, so it's only, what, 37 minutes past rope drop? I wonder how the Starbucks on Main Street's looking. After doing a brief consulting of the interwebs, which some stuff on the interweb's true, some stuff's not, but seems as if there was an original boat that I didn't know about that did open in 71. That one was destroyed in an accident, and then another one popped up in 73 and was renamed into the Liberty Belle. It was originally called the Admiral Joe Fowler, and his name can be seen on the ferry boat going over to MK now. I'm opting to walk instead of taking the tram. It's not that far. Okay, so to confirm, originally the first riverboat in 71 was the Richard F. Irvine. Again, now the Irvine is the ferry boat that takes you across. That one was destroyed, and then the Joe Fowler, which has also been named for one of the ferry boats going over across 7 seas. That became, in 73, the boat we now know as the Liberty Belle. Evidently, since the mid-90s, the Irvine has been called what it is currently, the Liberty Belle. So since the 90s, I've known it as that. For some reason, I just thought it was always called that. My younger years, I wasn't paying attention to names as much. But either way, the boat that's currently running, that I will be taking my last lap around the rivers of America on, is the same one that I've been on my entire life. Born in 74, the boat started. Current boat that's running now, even though it's been renamed, been going since 73. My whole life when I think of Disney World and Magic Kingdom, I think of that boat. What would I do if they got rid of the monorails? That would be something, huh? And to be completely honest, I don't gotta have an uproar about it. It's not really a huge issue. It's not a life-changing thing for me. I've gotten used to changes here, and certain things that I really enjoy going away. And this is just one of many. I'm kind of used to it. It's not that big of a deal. Saying I won't miss it, because I will. It's going to be an odd change not having it back there. But I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. And it's not going to stop me from coming here. I still have fun. Whatever they bring to the table, I'm here for it. I mean, I live here. I live a couple miles from here, so bring on the changes and remember the past. I'm a very nostalgic person, but again, I'm used to change. What's the Princess Bride quote, Dread Pirate Roberts? Get used to disappointment. This is working out pretty good. I'm going to guess that is the Admiral Joe Fowler going across 7 seas, and I am going on the original name of the riverboat, now the ferry boat, Richard F. Irvine. That was the original name of the Liberty Belle, but now the name right here. All right, leaving the mainland and going over to Magic Kingdom, the Kingdom of Magic. With the current guide map, it's still on there. Now, the reason I'm doing this now is because I'm leaving the country soon. I will not be here on the final day. And at the time, it is 10:25. Should be able to get over there for the first launch of the day, which is at 7 a.m. Says right, or sorry, closed at 7 p.m. But at 11 a.m. it opens, so I should be able to get on the first boat. Not stay until close. I'm gonna do a ride or two. The last day to experience the Liberty Square Riverboat is July 6th. The attraction and Rivers of America will close permanently on July 7th to make way for the largest expansion in history of Magic Kingdom. Yeah, this thing's going to be history. Largest expansion. What lies behind Big Thunder Mountain? In the Cars area, in front of Big Thunder, behind Big Thunder. That boat's going to be history. This is my last. It's kind of weird to think this is going to be my last time on it. Perfect timing as the first one pulls up for the day. Got my piping hot caffeinated beverage, and I will say, this thing is toasty. Nice ride around the rivers of America with a large coffee, a venti coffee, if you will. Don't mind if I do. All right, they're opening up the gates, putting the ramp down. Now, the difference between this one and one at Disneyland, which is the Mark Twain, is you board on the bottom and exit on the bottom. Here you exit on the bottom and you board on the middle section. I don't know if I'm going to stand up at the top simply because the heat is permeating out here. This humidity is out of control. Even though if I'm on the middle section, the humidity will probably be just as intense, but at least I'd be out of the sun. My last ride. I'm over 50 years old, and this is the boat I've ridden on every single time going around rivers. This will be my last ride. Kind of wild to think about, honestly. Yeah, it's definitely going to be an unusual, weird, an unusually different kind of sight line. Not seeing this boat sitting here. I always like watching the wheel just spin around. Give me that bell. Give me that bell. The Liberty Belle. Nice, peaceful ride around the rivers of America. 50 years of memories on this thing, even though my younger years, I probably didn't remember the first few years, so probably more like 40 years of memories. Probably the last 4 decades I remember cruising around on this thing. The first 10 years of my life, even the first visit in the late 70s, probably can't really recall too much of being on this thing. I mean, I've seen pictures and things like that, but can't really recall personal. Look at that, you got former Splash Mountain dropping in over there. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Oh, soothing sounds. I think it's going to be one of the big things too, is not hearing that steam whistle all the way across the park. That's going to be a big one. Sometimes it's not even being on an attraction; it's just hearing it and seeing it that creates the vibe. There's a little double-decker views of Frontierland off in the distance. Probably won't get this when they have the new Cars Peak, or whatever they're calling it. They announced the name of it, and I didn't really recall what the name of the Cars area is going to be, but there's going to be 2 Cars, the Pixar Cars attractions, right exactly where this boat is going around now. In the future, that'll probably take a couple, 2 or 3 years. A few years for them to build that? It'll take a while. It'll take a while. Watch this one drop in here. Watch this log drop in. feeling that a lot of the terrain is going to look exactly like that in the future. It's going to have that mountainy, deserty type of look. But from the concept art, there are going to be some water elements as well. I haven't studied it in great detail, but as time goes on, see the construction walls will go up. When I return from international travel, that's the reason I'm not going to be here closer to the end of this attraction. When I get back, a lot of walls will be up, I'm sure, and the boat will be removed. Raccoon Point, soon to be a thing of the past. What do you think of your first ride on this?
This is awesome. I love it.
Maybe your first and possibly last ride.
Last, yeah.
This is probably my 1000th ride on this thing.
Wow.
50 years of this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 20 times a year, 1.5 times a month. Yeah, I've probably been on this 1,000 times. That's pretty ridiculous when I do the math on it. Friendly old guy doing some fishing, and his pet dog and gator are going to be removed as well. Alligator Swamp will eventually become part of Villains Land. Well, this will be Cars area, but there's a gator down there. Or if they're going to relocate that animatronic gator. And these non-animatronic deer. Well, the ears move, I think. Cheers. Cheers to you, Riverboat. One last ride. Around the river bend. It's a sharp turn, actually. Notice how sharp this turn was. And there's nobody up there driving the top up there. Sometimes they'll let guests up there. I've been lucky enough to do that. I think once here and a couple times over at Disneyland on the Mark Twain. But the party's almost over here. In fact, the guys that are having the party over here in this cave, they're gonna have to keep hooting and hollering for a couple more weeks. And after that, I don't know where the party's gonna be moved to. Like this little area in here that you can get out of the elements. These little seats in here, photographs, old artwork, things like that. Look, is that a McGuffey reader? Take a look at this. There is some artwork there of a riverboat. I'm not sure if that's the specific one, but given the general idea of the riverboats.
Leadsman.
Last view of the mansion.
Welcome back to Liberty Square. At this time, please gather all of your personal belongings and take small steps by hand as you make your way to the lower deck to exit. The lower deck has door 1 and only exit on the riverboat, so you will need to make a use and enjoy the rest of your day here in the United Kingdom.
Right, there was round 1 on the Liberty Bell. I could do a couple other things and then maybe do one more before leaving for the day, but everyone's starting to exit and just kind of walking around the empty top portion here. Just the sight lines won't be the same. You won't be able to stand here and look at the mansion. Obviously will not be able to stand here and look over at Tom Sawyer's Island as well, even though I think part of the island's staying. Part of it's leaving, part of it's staying, but... Wait a second. I know you. You're one of the Goonies. What do you think about this thing leaving? Are you sad?
Not as much, but I'm sad.
I'm sad.
I'm always just sad for nostalgia.
Exactly, that's how I am. But I've gotten used to things going away, so. Yeah. There's other things I was more sad about.
Yeah, I think if they parked it somewhere, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Just so I can come on to it, because I love the old stuff. I love to just touch the old stuff.
Yeah. It's going to be weird. Something I didn't realize, you do not have to exit the boat. Cast member said, do you want to stay on? I said, yes, I'd love to stay on for one more round without having to go into the exit and walking back up to the top. So I'll do my second ride and it'll give me a chance to walk around up here while everyone's boarding. Get a nice little view here of the front as well. And I get a little kind of a gander down at the empty front portion down here. Yeah, what are they going to do with this boat? You think it's going to end up in a dumpster somewhere? Probably. All right, round two. At any moment, the bell should be ringing and the smokestack, the steam stack should be illuminating right over here. You also got to watch out for this steam stack. Nailed it. You got to watch out for this other steam stack because the dripping hot water, if you're not wearing a cap, will boil the top of your head. Something you will not have to worry about after July 5th. Oh, fireworks happening, or the pyro happening over there at the Cinderella Castle. Well, there it goes. So there's just even the sights, the sounds, maybe not the smell so much. You can't really smell steam, but the soothing sights and sounds. The riverboat, soon to be erased from existence. Ooh, yeah, that right there. Sorry, that thing right there. Oh, that's dripping on me. That's warm. I didn't even realize it at first. Kevin pointed out that I am wearing cars on my shirt. Ooh, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to drive the point home that the car's attractive. Now it's not Pixar cars. Jim's filming me from the side over there. I'm cheersing him. You'd think I would have finished this coffee by now, but I'm savoring the flavor. Just like I'm savoring this last ride day. All right, Kyle is here, and I got to meet Kyle's dad.
Yes.
This is going to be your last ride on the riverboat.
Yeah, a little teary-eyed, but last ride. It's going to be fun.
Are you going to miss it? On a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you that it's going away?
5.
That's kind of where I am, sitting at about a 5. On with the future.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
What about you, Kyle? What do you think?
On to the future. I can't wait for cars, honestly. I can't wait. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are upset, but it's really hard to keep everybody calm and excited about the future while they're getting rid of something so awesome for a lot of people, you know?
Yeah. I've been riding this my entire life, 50 years. It opened in 73. I was born in 74, but I am excited about Villains Land, which is going to be right over here. But you got to have a walkway to get to it, so I'm going to miss this guy, though, with his dog and his fish.
The fish, yeah.
And the gator down here.
Good running into you.
All right, enjoy your last ride, and you'll probably be here on the last time. Enjoy your last ride.
Thank you.
I don't wonder, you think the Indian village will stay over there? Because all this area is going to be completely changed in a lot of different ways. I don't really know what's staying, what's leaving. The walls are going to be coming up sooner than later. Well, that thing's getting in my eye. They are in there hooting and hollering. They even put their laundry out. They got their laundry out on the line over there as well. They're having a little good old time in there. The soothing sounds of steam. Just gotta watch, put your eye up there. It drips in your eye. That sun's bright too. Probably should have sunglasses on, but butterfly right there. Yeah, definitely gonna miss those sounds. And you can hear this boat all across Magic Kingdom. And that is something that's really going to be different, is not hearing the sounds of the steam engine whistle. Well, the steam whistle tooting out the top there. Still have the train, which is the same sort of functionality, but will not have the steam coming out of the top of the riverboat going around Rivers of America, which is going to change the vibe and the mood of the park in a lot of ways. But as many have stated, myself included, I am looking forward to the future. And I'm glad they're not changing this at Disneyland. Really glad they're not changing it at Disneyland. That would suck. I mean, this is a bummer. But that would definitely be a worst case scenario. I don't feel like they'll ever change that. I think that's a little more sacred ground than the secondary recreation version of Roy's. This will be my last time waving. I always do the wave thing here. It's always interesting. If I was on land and I was waving at the guests over there, it would be awkward. But because I'm separated by water, I've stated this dozens of times riding on this ride, riding on this attraction. And now this will be my last time doing a non-awkward wave and having people wave back, because if you're separated by a few feet of water, waving etiquette says that it's not awkward to wave and wave back at someone. Also, will this stay? Will that go? All these sight lines will not be able to see unless the peak, the car's peak that's going to be up here, has some sort of lookout on it, which is highly doubtful. Well, that's it. My last ride on the riverboat, the Liberty Belle. Formerly the Richard F. Irvine. This boat started running in '73 when the other one that was 2 years prior had a crash of some sort, which was the Admiral Joe Fowler. And then the Richard F. Irvine, which is this, later renamed in '96, if I was reading that information correctly. Now the Liberty Belle, R.I.P. R.I.P. Disney history. What are you gonna do? I lost so many things in the parks over the years. It's really hard to kind of lose my mind and get extremely bummed out and try to latch myself on. I'm not going to come over here and latch myself onto this and have to drag me off for the memories. Getting rid of great movie ride at MGM Studios, getting rid of MGM Studios in general, and the backlot tram tour, and of course Streets of America, great movie ride, all that. Getting rid of all that, that was really the icing on the cake, and I kind of realized at that point it's time to move on. All right, change of plans. I'm staying on one. I figure, you know what, I'm already here. I might as well do a third. Third time's a charm, and I figure I'll just go ahead and go on this one more time. So, staying on. I did not have to exit both times. I'm getting ready to do my third and final ride of a lifetime. Wow, we're just saying that. Sounds weird. Flag waving in the breeze there.
Oh, fun pick.
Trying to get the view here once again of the effervescent steam. About to go. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at the dripping of this right there. Look at the. Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. You see how the wheel goes a couple different directions. It's going one way, and now it's going to shift and go the other way and push forward. At any moment, this will be starting. Well, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe it's just. Maybe it's not going to push forward. Maybe it's deep water. All right, now it's moving. Wait. Okay, no, it's backing up, and now it's going to shift the other way. Now it's. Wait a second. This doesn't seem normal. So it was kind of going back, trying to back up. Maybe there's an issue with the launch, perhaps. Teased me. I thought it was going to be going again. I thought the third and final round would go off without a hitch. And standing in the sun was a mistake. Yeah, we're not moving. We're just sitting here. narration is happening, but the boat's not working. Look at this. Go down here. I get evac'd. I don't think we're gonna launch. They're putting the ropes on and everything. They just put the ropes back on. Oh, never mind. No, they took the rope off. I think we're gonna launch. All right, we're moving. We're moving. I don't know what happened. She just oiled up the gears there. That's pretty neat.
Now, for those of you on the port side, that Rivertown
Now it's sinking in that this will be the last time I will be going by parallel to Frontierland right behind me. Wow. What is this place coming to? Got a log dropping in right there. Dropping logs. Soaking it in, soaking it in. I've been talking about this for a while. They're like, oh, my last ride through day. And it's here. It's finally here. Tell how hot it is out here by my hair, just dripping sweat. Warm. We did ride this. We'll have to ride it again when the refurb reopens.
Yeah. Little slow.
Redoing the track. And hopefully they get the geysers working again. And hopefully they bring the dynamite in. You ever been on the one at Disneyland?
No.
It has like dynamite. You've done the one at Disneyland, right?
Well, quite a few times.
Yeah, I hope they bring the dynamite in here.
Yeah, right.
That's what I hope they're doing. But you can see they're redid the track. Look how nice and new and clean the track
Two
looks.
big timers, isn't there?
There's what?
2 lift timers in here?
Is there?
Isn't there 2? I thought there was 2.
I'm getting them confused now. I ride both of them so much it's hard to differentiate. Are there two lift hills here?
I feel like Disneyland does a better job of excitement and feeling than Disney would.
Okay.
I do. Even just this ride here, just what you see at Disneyland compared to here. I just don't see. I think they just whipped this up.
Hot takes with Kevin. That should be an ongoing series now in my videos.
Yeah.
Every time I see you, I'm gonna ask for the hot take. No, I think you're right.
Have a goat.
There is a goat. It's right over there. It's right.
Does he have a stick?
Oh, look at this. Are we gonna get shave and a haircut? Come on, give us shave and a haircut. Listen, listen. Shave and a haircut. Yes! That's what I wanted.
You got it.
My last ride on this, I got shave and a haircut. I'm easily amused. That rarely happens.
Perfect time.
Shave and a haircut.
Part or the shaving haircut?
Very rarely will the boat and the train be linked up parallel to each other. But it is the 1 out of 100 times they do shave and a haircut. We got it.
got
Your
it.
first ride and my last ride. Third time's the charm. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Christopher Lloyd from Roger would be proud. Second time in the history of my existence riding this that I've got shave and a haircut. Man, I'm glad I win this a third time. I wasn't going to, and you're like, I'm coming back on.
I jumped back on it.
You did, so maybe we got shave and a haircut. 2 bits. And now this ride will be retired, and no one has to listen to my dumb excitement over shaving anymore. And over there, you got the skulls over there. You got the. Not sure exactly what that is, but it's supposed to be like some sort of a sacrifice of some sort up there. All right, one last look at the party cave. The party cave. Got an animatronic over here. Got an animatronic over here in the white shirt. Animatronic doing the wave. Doing this animatronic doing the little wave. Gonna miss that animatronic doing the wave down there. It's just very lifelike animatronic doing the wave. All right, thought it was gonna be one last wave. Gonna help me with the wave? So you can wave at someone.
What's that?
Wave etiquette. If there's a small body of water, you can wave. But if we were on ground, it'd be awkward to wave at people over there. That's that close away. Just give the wave. No one's waving back. Maybe we have our etiquette wrong. They're waving. They're waving over there. Just give the wave. Give the wave. Everyone's waving. Saying goodbye to the riverboat. Saying goodbye to the riverboat on the rivers of America here at Magic Kingdom. Closing on the 6th. July 6th. But I won't be here for that. I won't be here on the final day, so this is my final day. Standing by to make it ashore. All ashore that's going ashore. Third time's a charm.
Welcome back to Liberty Square. At this time, please gather all your personal belongings and take small children by the hand as you make your way to the very bottom deck to exit. Once again, folks, you'll be exiting on that very bottom deck of the ship, close to the water. Watch yourself as you exit and enjoy the rest of your day here at the Magic Kingdom.
That's it. That was my final ride. It's not going to get any better than shave and a haircut.
Love it. Perfect day.
The hottest day for it.
It's a hot one.
It feels like 118
90 degrees.
It feels like 180
Feels like 180
over here.
Captain Tyler,
These are all the tears of everyone shedding tears.
Aboard the Liberty Bell stern wheel paddle steamer.
Look at all the tears.
As a reminder, you'll be exiting
Jim,
on
was that you
very
crying
bottom
right
deck
here?
of the ship,
Jim was crying all the way down.
To get there, please use any one of the 7 stairwells located throughout all 3 of our decks. But once again, you'll be exiting on that very bottom deck. Thank you.
We did it. Goodbye, Riverboat.
Well insecure.
Man, that's weird that that's my last time ever. Yep. There's the Calhoun pump, model 27.
Going around again. Did they get off?
I don't know. I think they're getting off. I'm getting off. 3 times is good. Third time's the charm. Ah, Liberty Belle. 50 years. 50 years of memories riding around that thing. I'm gonna guess I've been on it 1,000 times. Divide that over 50 years. Being a pass holder since 2001. Went on it many, many times. It might even be more than 1,000 times. I have stood 17-minute ride times 1,000. I'm not mathematically getting that equation, but that's a lot of hours. Okay, now it's hitting me. What the heck? Another one bites the dust. Just lost Muppets. Now losing this. Again, it closes, the last day is July 6th, but my last hurrah. You were good to me. You were good to me, Rivers of America. I cherish this boat, but I'm moving on. Yeah, what's gonna happen to this thing? Knowing you, it'll end up at your shop.
Yeah, I wish.
Gonna put in an offer?
Movie car, yeah. Turn it into our chicken
Then you
restaurant.
really have to expand.
Yeah.
All right, boarding the monorail back. This is Monorail Peach, as shown right here. Monorail Peach. Back to TTC, and then I'm going to call it a day. It's a warm one out. Warm one out. Announcement. The volume's really low. And that's gonna do it for today from Magic Kingdom. Got 3 good rides in, the last ride being probably the best with the boat and the train, giving off a little steam whistle off, if you will. They say 3rd time's a charm, and the 3rd was the best out of all 3 of them. Gonna miss that boat, as stated. Looking forward to seeing what the future holds. It is going to be weird, though, not having that boat in the Rivers of America. Isn't that right, Mickey? If I reached over and touched that, I would probably scald my hand, because that's heavy metal Mickey. He's made out of metal, so he's probably permeating with heat, because it is warm out here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog. And the Rivers of America, from my standpoint, because I'm not going to be here when it closes in a couple weeks, is over. Man, that's weird to say.